10. Sauce 10.
No sorries needed.
So there you go.
Humans do human things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. I'll just jump right in. We usually do a cold open, but whatever. Thank you for listening. This is so weird to just do it, just to jump right back in.
I mean, you could be honest.
Yeah, we could be honest. We had some technical difficulties, and we had to start.
We recorded 18 minutes and 25 seconds
Yep.
of the hottest podcast fire
So
you've
good.
ever
Oh
heard
my
in your
gosh.
life.
But it's going to be lost
We
forever.
were going to win a BAFTA. And
What's a BAFTA?
I have no idea. I just heard
It's
it
like
today.
the English version of a Oscar.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
This one yours or this one? Is that mine? I think that's mine.
I just recently heard about Lawrence Chaney, the drag queen, winning a BAFTA, and so it was just the most recent.
Now it's a new
award
goal, like a new goal for you.
My brain had not even a goal. My brain just keeps things for bits. I have no goals.
I love that.
Just,
That's so
I'm going to
good.
campaign for you to get the next BAFTA.
oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I got
Yeah, we'll nominate you.
Yeah, we'll nominate you.
And then we'll get a bunch of bots to nominate you. I have no idea if that's a way you could do it, but we'll use like sneaker bots to to buy you your votes. All right. So for real, this is Size 10 Podcast. I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me all platforms, Bjorn RG Comedy. You can also follow the podcast, which is Size 10 Podcasts, all platforms. And if you want to follow our producer, Paul, you can at... what is it?
Keysport 007, but you don't have to.
I love that we just like reluctantly plug you every single week. And it's just like, why are we doing this? You don't even post anything anymore because you're just so busy with the Size 10.
Just follow Size 10, and that's like following
Size
me.
10 is Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Size 10's Paul.
It's his new baby. But we do have a special guest today on the show. Good friend of mine, all the way from Las Vegas, hilarious comedian, podcaster, all that. Let's give it up for Jozalyn Sharp.
Wow, those children are too young to hear me. that's that audio. My shows are 18 plus. Okay.
Do you ever have somebody who like makes fun of something that you do and then you just become so aware of it? Like someone roasts something that you never thought of. And then you're just super aware of it.
No, I'm neurotic. I've thought of everything. I look at myself in the mirror and roast myself all the time.
Someone said I intro people like a bad Louis Armstrong impression, and then now I can't unhear it because I'm just like, give it up, and I like do that thing with it. It's fun for me, and then they ruined it. I'm like, oh, that is where I maybe got that from, and now I'm like self-conscious every time I do it.
Well, there's weird things that we do when we're nervous. That's a voice that people tend to fall into when they're nervous, when they're like, oh, we're gonna have sex.
Hey, baby.
The nervous sex voice. I love that.
Hey, babe, would you like to have sex? Like a Muppet voice all
Well,
of a sudden.
when you're socially awkward, like you can't help it.
Yeah.
Because as you mentioned on the secret 18 minutes and 25 seconds of Size 10 podcast, that
The lost tape.
I'm quite fierce on stage, and
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny because although I'm quite fierce, I am quite awkward. I am also very shy, and like I talk a big game. Like once I'm comfortable with someone sexually, then yeah, kind of all bets are off. But like I am that person that's like, oh, you want a blowjob?
I love that. I love that though, because like I don't know if you learned this. Like something that I've learned is that like my like quirks and like little things like that are like the essence of my comedy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So my being kind of a dum-dum and I can't remember words, and sometimes I'll just dance around the word, not saying it because I'm like low-key trying to think of what it is, creates all this comedy that would never exist if I just thought of the actual word.
Well, I think my comedy comes from the fact that I'm usually living in the clouds, so it takes me a minute to like plug into what's happening usually, because like I'm a Pisces. I'm living in a fantasy world most days. You know, I'm just like in the clouds. Like I meet someone and I'm like, in another life we were lovers and we had a cabin. He was a writer. I had a coffee shop. Like there's cars driving by. The lady behind me is like, "Hey, you're next. Move up." So I just live in the clouds.
Yeah.
So like sometimes shit's happening, and then I'm like, I would always end up in situations, and I'd be like, "Oh, I made a mistake," because I just don't pay attention,
Yeah.
truthfully. And so my comedy comes from the fact that I literally live in my imagination. I live there.
That's amazing. I think, and that's one of the things that's so great about comedy is you have to like, you kind of do have to do this dual life. Like if you're not out doing stuff or having weird shit happen to you, it's like, what are you going
All
to
your
talk
comedy's
about?
going to be about being on airplanes and going to open mics.
Yeah, like
relatable.
I hate it so much. I don't know about you, but I hate it when people are like, so is that this show? And it's like, don't tell me about the other audience.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your other audiences you've performed this joke for. Fucking just tell me the joke.
I also like when people go up, and even if it's true, it still makes me laugh when they go up and they're like, I just did another show and they like this joke. So like, you're like, well, now we're going to laugh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now
I
we're
want to
really-
be like that crowd, so I'll
Yeah.
do anything to be like them.
I want to be like your ex. What? This is weird.
It's like a hairstylist saying my last client tipped me $50.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, so
I think that like what a lot of performers don't get is people think when you sign up to be a performer, you sign up to like get the accolades and the claps. But what you're signing up for is for the opposite. You're signing up for the failure and the rejection and the lack of reaction, you know, because most people aren't going to give especially comics. Get it through your thick fucking skull. Like,
Yeah.
no one thinks you're brilliant. You're
No.
not knocking down anyone's brain. Like, there's a very few brilliant comics on the planet. Like, I'm just a joke monkey. I'm so happy when someone wants to give me a check.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, thank you so much, man. You want me to dance too? I'll do it.
Gonna come back and dance next week? Or?
You want a blowjob?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's such a true thing. Like I totally agree. Yeah, where people think just because they're on stage with a mic that they deserve everyone's attention.
You interrupted that person. That person was living their life, and you just interrupt. Especially, I don't mean to be like every comedy meme, but it's funny to me. Those memes make me laugh because it's true. It's like if you follow Kurt Ryan Comedy on Instagram, if you don't and you're a comedian, follow Kurt Ryan Comedy because he makes inside joke for comics memes.
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch where it's like people just being bombarded. It'll be like a family just like on fire, and it'll be like a family just trying to have dinner, and then it'll be like me with my abortion jokes and he's pouring gasoline on the family on fire. Like, because it's like nobody, and that's really bad. Kurt, don't hate me. That was not a good, I'm too
Meme
stoned
version.
right now to recall a good meme. But basically what I'm saying is like, people forget that like you have to be so funny to talk about some of the shit we're trying to talk about up there, and you're like interrupting someone's night.
Yeah.
Like someone has a whole life outside of that moment and they don't owe you shit. So, and not like you owe them shit either. Like fuck them if they don't think you're funny.
Right.
But it's not like you're entitled to have their attention.
No.
You're just not.
It's so true. Like I've seen comics just blow up on people and you're just like, why? You know, we interrupted. Like they were trying to watch that football game.
Yes, and
then-
they turned it off.
And we turned it off.
So that you could be like, what do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. Oh,
Football.
That is, do not ever. If you say, I've run mics before, and at one point I had a rule. It's like if you say, "What do you want to talk about?" or like, "What else?" I'm gonna just come join you on stage, and you can just leave. You can just leave the building because it's like, stop wasting my time. Like I know some people like to riff, and it's like, yeah, that's fine, but don't say like what
just
else.
riff.
Or-
You don't have to be like, what else?
Yeah, or what do you guys want to talk about? We're here to listen to you.
Yeah.
Not tell you what? No, like
Can you imagine a chef comes out at a restaurant? He's like, can you chop this onion?
they're like, well, what do you want to eat? You're like, what the fuck? Like, what do you want to see me cook? like get out of here with that. All right, so we in the Lost episode.
In the Lost.
We're just gonna
In the Lost
Ooh,
Files.
what are we drinking?
yeah. What are we drinking today?
Not gay champagne.
Not gay champagne. That's a callback so that no one's gonna understand.
I can explain it. I said this tasted like bad apple cider. And then I drank it again and I realized it tasted exactly like champagne. And then Bjorn pointed out that they packaged it as if to say to men, this is champagne, but for men. And then we decided it was not gay champagne.
Not gay
Not
champagne.
gay champagne.
It's not a hard... this could be an SAT question.
Well, cheers to not gay
Yeah.
champagne.
It definitely tastes like champagne.
It like a little bit of like, and then it's got that tangerine to it, so it's got the orange. It's kind of like a mimosa moment. I think.
Yeah, that's champagne.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
fool
good.
me.
I like sours except for the hangover, so I can't drink too many of them. But it is what it is. So God, it's hard with how we started over because we were talking about like Vegas comedy and like
We don't
doing.
have to talk about that
No?
again.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
God took it out of
Yeah,
existence
it
for a
doesn't
reason.
need to exist.
That was going south real
Yeah.
quick. So no.
But
I
what
was literally just plugging shows for other people.
You're just
It was
like,
not good conversation.
That's fine.
Sean, I'll still plug your show, Sean. Sean
Yeah.
Fitzsimmons, Tuesdays at the Artifice. But
yeah, but not yeah.
yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say is like one of the things that was like so cool seeing you, because like when I moved there in a while ago, and I saw you, it was just like it was so cool to see somebody like make it out of the a phoenix rising out of the ashes that is the Vegas
Yeah, like
comedy
I
scene.
like you just see my skeletonized hand coming out
Yeah,
from a grave
it was
with a
like
microphone
right
and a drink ticket.
where it was like, yeah, and a drink ticket. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I definitely always wanted to be. Romanticized being a road dog.
Yeah.
The comics I looked up to, like Doug Stanhope and Chad Daniels. Chad Daniels is my hero, and that dude's been touring.
Yeah.
And so I guess I just never pictured, because I started going on the road 3 months in. I just started producing my own shows in my hometown, and then that led to me doing other people's shows, and I just started to hit up more places, and it slowly expanded over time to where I'm doing stand-up in all the places I'm doing now. And yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've always wanted to be. I never wanted to be local. I always wanted to. It made sense to me. You have to be able to, if you're going to be a stand-up comedian, you have to tour. Like that's the goal. So you also have to make sure these jokes work for more than just your local
Just like
audience.
your local. Yeah.
Or at least for me, that's
Yeah.
what I want. I want to go around the country and I'm like, am I funny in Kansas? Am I funny in Tennessee? Am I funny in LA? No. Am I?
LA is weird.
No, I'm funny in LA. I'm funny in LA sometimes.
I've never had a good set in LA, I feel like.
I every once in a while I get to do Don't Tell Comedy. I've done Don't Tell Comedy there once, and that was great. I've done a few. I've been lucky to do a few shows at the Comedy Store, and those were great. I've done like,
Were they bringers?
No,
They weren't.
no.
That is the most lucky part of that.
Yes, yeah,
No.
yeah. And I've been very fortunate with the shows I've been able to do in LA, just because of friends and what they've allowed me to do. But every once in a while, when I do like a show for a friend of a friend that's like just like a workout room or a showcase in a bar or a restaurant somewhere in LA.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a show in LA, and the host was, it was like, I mean, there's doing too much time in between comedians, like, but like I've never seen someone do it to this level, and she was not good, and she did like 5 minutes between every comedian, and like every comic had to like get the room going again, because like she would just like destroy any energy that happened, and then she would just bomb.
That kind of is funny for the comedians in the back, though. Those shows are kind of fun to watch. Just from it, unless you're on the show. If you're on the show, it sucks.
Oh no, I was on the show.
Yeah. If
like,
you're not on the show, it's fun to watch.
it's just like someone taking the energy and just dropping it on the floor and kicking it around, and then you gotta like, okay, everybody, let's get this thing
Not
going
to
again.
continue to be so. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about comedy this much on this podcast.
No,
but
it's whatever.
it's pretty inside baseball, but the issue with people, not just comedians, is lack of self-awareness. So if you cannot understand when your joke isn't hitting, if you cannot understand when you're bombing, like we can't help you.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
like so for me, it's like the same thing with like a host like that. Like she obviously wasn't self-aware enough to feel what she was doing to the energy in the room, or she was just so stubborn that she was like, well, I bombed the last one, but I'm gonna get this one.
I'm gonna make this work. I think for her, part of it was that she was a hot girl and she was punching down on all of her material, and it was just like, nobody's gonna ever be on board for that, girl. Maybe some other hotter girls in LA might be.
Yeah, it's the only advantage we've ever had over hot people. It's comedy.
It's like, oh, we're gonna fucking destroy this room. So, yeah. Now we can talk about
Shoes?
comedy, or we could talk about shoes. Yeah. What shoes did you bring for
I
us?
brought my checkered Vans. These are my favorite. They're just the black and white checkered high tops, and I just noticed you guys both wore
we
Vans.
both
In
wore our
honor
Vans.
of the Vans episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not much of a sneakerhead. I buy one pair of Harley Davidson boots, or my parents buy me a pair every 10 years.
Oh, those
and
are like actually legit
they're
riding
like
boots.
real motorcycle riding boots, but they're really great boots, and they buy one every 10 years for me, and they last for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And these are I wear these majority of the time. If not, I wear like white Chucks or these Vans. Like I don't have a varied.
A huge.
No.
There's something to be said about that because nothing is more stressful than me trying to decide what pair of sneakers to wear in the morning. And I'm kind of just like, maybe I should stop doing this and just wear a black t-shirt. Like just take the whole decision of the morning out.
Just go the Steve Jobs route.
Well, I love fashion.
Turtleneck.
I love fashion and I love dressing, but I go through cycles where I have like these main pieces that I'm just cycling through.
Yeah.
And then I'll graduate through those. Like, even though I love fashion and dressing, I'm not a variety girly, you know?
Do you have like a keystone piece that you like start with usually?
Yeah, I usually, really it's the vibe I'm going for. You know, sometimes I'm going for like a more girly vibe. Sometimes I'm going for like a more goth vibe like today.
Yeah.
Like I was just feeling the very Portland vibes. Like it
love
was very
it.
spooky outside. It was like
Yeah.
kind of rainy and, you know, so I wanted to have like, you know, more like dark stuff on. And I love layering. So I love doing like stockings with like knee highs with boots and like a cute little skirt. I wear this skirt a lot. I have another black skirt like it I wear a lot. And then I do a lot of like sundresses, mostly reds and greens is what I wear.
That's awesome.
So I have like I don't really have like keystone pieces, but I have like the same outfit in different silhouettes and materials.
Yeah. So it's definitely
cool.
a vibe.
Yes, I have like a specific vibe usually. Yeah.
I like that. And can I see those Vans? Can
Yeah,
I see
of
one of
course.
them? So this is like, this is a skate high.
From someone who needs a hip replacement and does not skate.
and does not skate. That's fine. And then the classic checkerboard pattern. I love. Yeah, these are sick. These are like a real classic. Like, and it's very punk. I feel like.
Yeah, and I was very much a punk girly growing up, and so I either dress girly and goth or mask and punk, like very jeans, oversized t-shirts, Vans like that.
These are good for mosh pits.
Yeah.
And, I love Vans as well. Like I'm wearing my orange Vans, but they have. It's almost like I might as well be just walking on the ground. But
I honestly find Vans to be very comfortable for someone who has chronic pain. Like,
Oh, really?
I will take a Van over a Chuck any day
Okay.
for comfort. Because the Chuck is very thin and much more pliable. The Van is more stiff. It provides
A little bit more support.
I don't know why I'm talking about them like they're species of animals.
Yeah.
The Chuck is
It's more
quite
exotic.
elusive. The Van mates in the spring.
Love the David Attenborough of.
Yeah, I had this riff I was doing. Surprise, surprise. If you're a riff comedian, sometimes you use the same riff over and over again. I had this riff that I was working on for a while where if a girl was talking about like, it happened enough where I would be talking about things and girls would say, make a sex tape, right?
They would just yell that at you?
No, it would be in response to another crowd work moment I had.
I was like, that is a wildly specific heckle.
People do weird.
Make a sex tape.
See, you can't even say it. You can't even.
did the
You
voice.
can't even say it seriously.
I'm not going to say it in my voice.
Make a sex tape.
Ma'am, make us. I can't do it.
Wait, we have to be quiet.
Make a sex tape.
There it is.
I felt so gross.
No, but I would do this act out where I would be like David Attenborough commenting on me and that girl having a sex tape because it would always be some like insanely hot woman and they're always like, I want to have sex with you. And like hot chicks at shows are with female comics, you know, if they like the female comic, it's like they're insane, you know, often inappropriate. Keeps your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
But this girl was like, I was just like talking about the fact that I just think it's funny because David Attenborough could say anything about me and it like wouldn't hurt my feelings. He could be like, look how she undulates like flan. And it's like, that's so rude. But I would be like, beautiful.
Like, thank you.
Descriptive.
Really paints a picture.
A real thinker. Yeah. You really brought me there.
But if some dude was like, "You jiggle like Jello, bitch," I'd be like,
Excuse me?
excuse me.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
Oh, no.
Just ruin
Jello
it.
really needs they need to get a new mascot guy and
Yeah,
soon.
because they don't have
They
anyone,
need to
right?
be like Larry the Cable Guy on it or
It's just
something.
somebody that's just like not gonna be. I feel like you need to get someone that's already a little problematic, so then they just like it's like, well,
Jeff
you knew what you
Dunham.
were getting into.
Jeff
Yeah.
Dunham, just a slightly racist puppet
Yeah,
comic.
just
Plugging Jello.
Jello now only slightly racist.
Yeah. Just get any Republican candidate to like be this Facebook
To be the
face for Jell-O.
spokesperson. God, we live in such a weird time where it's just like everyone has to be. It's like we know everything about everyone now. Like everyone's like, it's good. It's
Well, and I have like a teeny tiny amount of a following on social media, and so I overshare on there a bit
Yeah.
sometimes. So if you follow me on TikTok, you're welcome for the crying videos in advance. But I was kind of talking about this whole, I was telling you guys about finding my biological father this year. And I was kind of going over the chronicles of it online, and I haven't shared everything online. I'm comfortable sharing it with people, but like it's not something I'm trying to fully process out and open yet right now. And literally some people will comment on like videos about me like vlogging or like doing my makeup and being like, "Did you get your paternity test back?" I'm like, this is insane. Like you people have no boundaries.
there's no boundaries.
By the way, nice highlight.
Yeah.
Yes. You think that's a joke?
Oh, that's legit.
That's legit. It'll be like, "I love your dress. Did you find out if he's your dad?"
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Well, something we were talking about earlier too was we had a comment about, because what's so cool about where we live, right? The time that we're in with social media is that there is this like it doesn't have to be a celebrity anymore. It's like anybody can do it. And we got a comment on one of our videos, and I'm completely obsessed with this because it was just like one of our videos went like our clips went mildly viral. I don't know, like just a few thousand views, and someone commented on it that just said, "Who are these nobodies?" Which I was like, have you not done social media before? Like, why do we have to?
The idea. I'm sorry, it's just so
Yeah.
funny to me that guy thinks that you're gonna read that comment and you're gonna be like, "Well, pack it up, boys."
Yeah,
We're done. Close it
We're
up
done
shop.
with it's like a 14-year-old.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
who's like,
No picture.
"I've
nothing.
never seen these guys on Joe Rogan."
yeah.
You know?
I've never heard of you, so you're nobody. like it's like all of social media is like people going viral. Like that's like the whole that's the
Well,
thing.
and it's all of social media is people just exercising their own personal hatred for themselves on other people. I'll never forget. I did like cheesy transition thirst traps for a while on TikTok. I like doing them. Okay, so
They're fun to watch.
They're
I
fun
love
to
them.
do.
Wait, I don't know what these are.
Basically, it's like a magic video moment where I go from like looking kind of scrubby, and then
okay.
there's like this moment of transition in the
Yeah.
video that's very smooth, but then all of a sudden I look all done up and great, right?
Yeah.
My
And
favorite's Plastic Tiara.
I love
Oh my
Plastic
gosh, her
Tiara.
transition
Hers
videos
are
are
amazing.
amazing.
Is that a drag queen?
Yes.
Okay.
And she'll like whip her hair, and when her hair whips around, it's like then she's in drag at the end. It's-
Okay.
So, anyways, I did these for a while, and I did one, and it was around the time that everybody was talking about 50 Cent, and they were kind of body shaming him a little bit, right? And this guy commented on my video because it's me transitioning into an outfit. So I'm like, you can see my full body. And he goes, "So this is okay, but 50 Cent can't put on a little weight?" I was like, what do I gotta do?
How did I get involved in this conversation?
Next thing you know, you're like in the next 50 Cent video, like song. He's like doing beef with you.
It makes me laugh
Oh my
because I
God.
know that guy's fat. I know that guy's fat, and then people
Yeah.
fat shamed 50 Cent, so he felt bad about himself. And then he saw a fat woman, and he definitely doesn't fuck fat chicks. So he was just like, this fat woman is happy, and she's fat, and now I gotta know that people think my body's gross? This is fucked up.
I'm done.
I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh,
It just makes me laugh. So this is okay?
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, it's okay for me to exist, sir.
It's also okay for 50 Cent to exist.
That's what I said.
That's the other thing. Like,
I'm like, it's not like I was even body shaming 50 Cent in the video. There's not even a picture of 50 Cent in the frame. It's not a 50 Cent song.
yeah, I was like, did you put it on the
No. There's no correlation other than the fact that I'm fat, and that day he heard that 50 Cent got fat and took it personally. That's it.
You weren't like, welcome to the candy shop.
I gotta release this.
No.
It's like, oh, he was singing about candy in the early aughts. Like, maybe that's part of it.
It's my favorite too, is these old ladies will always comment on my videos. They'll go, needs Spanx. Like, okay, Dolores, you need a heart transplant.
Tips. Jesus. Needs a heart transplant. Funny. I don't know why.
If some lady on her deathbed wants to tell me she thinks I'm fat, a fat lady, Dolores, on her deathbed.
I don't know why that story just reminded me of something. It's real quick. I went to a restaurant with my ex, and it was like a diner, and it was early morning. It was just like all old people, and he just said very quietly to me, it was just like, oh, a lot of blue hairs here today. And then I said, just so loud and comically, I was like, what's a blue hair? And the whole room looked at me. Like the whole diner, it was just like you could hear forks dropping, and it's like everything got quiet.
Oh, that wasn't the forks dropping. That was their cervical spine snapping because they're so old.
They all just turned to me. I found out later what a blue hair was, but I did not know in that moment.
It just makes, at this point, I've gotten to a place where it just makes it. It always stings a little bit when you get that hate comment, but at the same time, it always makes me laugh because I'm like, lady, you're like a notary public, and you're fat shaming girls on the internet. Like, you have a turkey gobbler. Your neck is literally not seen your esophagus in years. They live in different parts of the city now. That's how far apart your neck skin is from your throat. And you're coming for me?
You're coming.
Right, that's strong energy, bitch.
I'm like surprised that you know how to use TikTok.
I just think it's funny, man. And so many of the people that do it, it's just like, it makes me always think of that Drew Afwalo thing where she points out on TikTok all the time how men are like, I would never sleep with her. And it's like, you weren't even in the...
Yeah, why?
You aren't on the list. You weren't on the list to get on the list.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep with you either. Right. Why are you... What?
Like, my favorite is when I wear black lipstick. Every time I wear black lipstick in a TikTok for a makeup look, a lot of the comments are especially women who are older or Midwestern women being like, beautiful makeup, but I hate black lipstick. And a lot of the time it's like in all caps.
All caps.
I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
What is this?
It's wild. With so my company Bearskin, the underwear company, I do remember one time there was this old lady that kept commenting on a lot of our photos and stuff that like stop sending this porn to me, and we were like, stop interacting with the post. Like, you're directly interacting with it,
like
so,
favorited.
Yeah, like,
I want to see what they're doing. I want to make sure they stop sending me porn, so I'm gonna follow them and turn my notifications on.
So that way I know when it's sent.
yeah, I want to know when they have a new post. It's just like,
oh, those are actually cute underwear, right?
yeah.
That's what I don't get. Like, I've had friends before where I've been like, just block me. Like, I've literally
Right.
had friends message me like hateful shit about my post and be like,
What?
This is lame. Or like, literally a friend messaged me no in response
Just
to one
no.
of my posts. I was like, unfollow me.
Oh my God.
What is this? What is this energy where you think I owe you some sort of obligation? You're here for whatever I give, or you
Right.
leave.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, I don't know, man.
the contribution. This is going to be a perfect transition to our next segment too. But there's one thing that we do have to ask before we get into the next segment. We always ask you asked me earlier because you saw them sitting there, so I'll just describe it as if you didn't. So we ask every guest whether their sneakers that they brought for us to talk about are going to be a pavement princess, or are you going to blow the back out? So are they like, and it's because we like to talk about rap music and trucks. And so are these, and we don't have to explain it because our listeners know.
That explains the not gay champagne.
Yeah, the not gay champagne. So are your Vans checkerboards, are they going to be pavement princesses, or are you blowing the back out on them?
I'm blowing the front out on them.
Ooh, I like that. This is our blow the back out music.
That's where the clit is.
Right in the tip.
No,
So
for
you get a
real. I
sticker.
don't treat any sneakers like they're sacred.
Yeah?
I
No.
don't. I don't treat any shoes or clothes like they're sacred. I have some sentimental items in my life that I treat a little bit more sacred than others, but I just, people are permanent. Things are temporary for me.
I have a question, though. What did you wear for your special?
I wore these boots
Ooh, okay.
and these thigh-high socks.
I love
not
it.
these, but the socks.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wore a sundress and
Yeah?
a duster sweater.
Okay.
I was giving very goth art teacher.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Or maybe pottery teacher. Like,
Yeah, very 90s, like college freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, very that.
I love it. So, Paul, do you want to intro the next segment?
Let's
Your
do
new
it.
segment?
So now it's time for hashtag WTF or hashtag FWT. For those of you first joining us, WTF means exactly what you think it is. What the fuck?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I'm going to wear this all the time.
And then hashtag FWT is, yeah, I'd fuck with that. So we're going to look at some looks. And then our esteemed panel is going to say hashtag WTF or a hashtag FWT. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to have some fun. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So for look number one,
We'll throw it up on this one.
I'm going to pull it right over there so everybody can see it.
Maybe? Did not work?
There we go.
There it is.
Okay. So look number one. So we're going to take a look at it. And Bjorn, if you can kind of
Describe it.
describe it, because I can't really see
All
it
right,
from
so
over
it's
there.
like a patchwork. It's
It's made of Confederate flags.
Yeah.
If you're not watching and you're just listening. Just kidding.
It's we've got a bucket hat. It looks like, I don't know, like maybe a Ralph Lauren hat or something. Then there's a patchwork shirt where nothing matches. It's asymmetrical. Then some tight pants with some kind of embroider of like a duck or something on the leg. And then I believe they're Adidas, but I don't know 100% what the
They
sneakers
look like
are.
Adidas knockoffs. or
Yeah, maybe some like
vibe.
Adidas vibe. And it's green pants, kind of almost like I don't know, like an army look. It reminds me of like something you'd see in like a Creedence Clearwater Revival
It's
video.
the color palette of a wooden train set.
Yeah. Oh, it is very like what's the word?
Swedish toy.
Yeah, Swedish toy. And then it says human made on the duck in the embroidery.
And they're Adidas originals.
Okay. No, they're not. Are they?
It says human made X Adidas originals. Human made this must be a human made collaboration.
Okay.
It's the brand.
Oh, so that's probably the whole brand. And then like some sort of tortoiseshell Wayfair sunglasses to bring the whole look together. Should I go first, or do you want to go first? Do you have your answer?
I have my answer.
Okay, get it.
Do we do it at the same time?
Well, the reason we do it this way is so that I have to stay committed to the one that I gave.
Oh, so you don't.
So I can't change. Ooh, fuck with that.
Yes, very much. I love any color blocking. Color blocking is always a vibe. And I love that he chose to pick up the color from the pocket on his right breast with the color in his pants. And the colors in the shoe are very complementary to the entire palette. They're all cool colors. They're all on the same side of the color wheel. And the fit is nice. The fit of the top is like very casual. Everything's very casual, but the pants are the right length. The pants are the right fit. The top is hitting the right part of his belt for it not to be tucked in. I like how baggy the sleeves are. It's very 90s. Yeah, I just love it. I think it's a great fit.
Nice.
So that
nice.
is
That's a fuck with that.
Yeah.
Jozalyn.
All right. So then my answer would be, what the fuck? No. No, thank you. No, mine is just
You have no style, Bjorn.
I have no style. I hate a patchwork. I don't like. I'm gonna go on record saying it.
Wait, you want your clothes to match? What are you, a toddler?
Yeah.
What is this,
I want it to
Giraffe?
match. I want to look like I'm part of a sports
Is this
team.
Oshkosh Bagosh?
Yeah, I want. I like coordination. I do like a lot of the points that you made. There were some like elements that match, but I just can't with that shirt. I just can't. I don't like the asymmetric. I would like to see it asymmetrical where stuff kind of matches. Now that I'm talking myself into a corner, but I don't like it reminds me of like Two-Face from Batman or something. Like the split, I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like asymmetrical faces?
No.
We all have them?
Yeah, and we all have them. No, yeah. I don't know. I just can't. I've never liked the patchwork shirt look, and that's where it really loses.
Wrong.
It for me.
Trash taste. Garbage. Straight to jail. Boo, Bjorn.
All right.
Bjorn shops at Ross.
Yeah, I definitely do.
So, I am going to say this is a fuck with that outfit.
Yes.
100%.
All right.
I'm all about the color blocking.
Same.
I think especially for fall, and I don't know when this came out, but like multiple patterns and multiple colors in an outfit that just get tied in together, I'm all about. I'm not saying I would wear that, but I appreciate.
Well, and
that
90%
look.
of the fit is the swag, and he's giving it.
Yeah,
He's
he
giving
is
it swag.
owning it.
He's giving it swag.
So I definitely think that's a fuck with that. So being that's a fuck with
The
that.
post says, my girlfriend just said, who are you texting? And I said, man.
All right. Some technical issues here, but all right.
Oh, no, are we not recording
No,
again?
we're good.
No,
We
we're
are-
recording.
If we have to
we
start
are-
over, I'm going to be hammered.
I mean, so dry. Oh, we'll just crack another beer.
We're like, take number 8.
You guys remember when we were drinking gay?
So because this was a fuck with that, I'm gonna leave a comment.
Yeah, we comment on their posts.
Hashtag FWT.
And they'll listen and just hear me
Nice
ripping
fit.
into it. I love it.
Oh,
love
Bjorn,
it.
they'll see your fits
Yeah.
and they'll feel
They'll be like,
just fine.
It's all right. It's all right.
right.
I've seen what you wear.
Okay, so then the next outfit we're gonna go kind of a we'll check it out. Let's see. You guys ready?
All right, and
Round
I'll go.
2.
I will go first.
It's going to be
Round
hard to get a WTF
2.
from me, I think.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I gotta move it from
We
screen to screen.
we had a pretty good one a couple weeks ago that was just like, woo! It was hard to really be on board. I like that.
Thank you. Excuse
We
me.
got some ASMR.
Yeah, if that grosses you out, I'm sorry. Don't subscribe to my OnlyFans.
All right.
Okay, so if one of you want to describe the look, and then who wants to go first?
Have you ever met a guy who doesn't clip his fingernails and then thinks he can finger you? That outfit. That's the outfit.
Oh no.
That's the fit. This is like what a soccer hooligan would wear for like a club opening in Liverpool. And probably offending everyone in the UK with that, but I just feel like that's accurate.
This kind of looks like a poor man's what are those called? Those jackets that people
Well,
are
there's
fans of
literally, like,
NASCAR
knockoff
wear.
Pokemon patches. There's like bears and a knockoff Eminem, the Friends couch, and then Shameless, which is the name of another show.
Oh, it is. It just looks like a poor man's NASCAR jacket that they
and
just
the
painted
the
it.
pants. I think we both know what we're gonna
I
say
know,
about this.
we can
I think
just,
we
like-
can just reveal it.
we
at the
can
same
just
time.
reveal we're
All
both.
right, we got.
Yeah.
We got a.
WTF.
Oh no!
No.
That's a,
Yeah,
and
no.
an-
No.
I'll go first on it. I'm feeling the hat. I like that hat. That's cool. I can't fully see it, but I like the sneaker.
It says race supremacy.
Oh, that's why it's so appealing to me. Oh, perfect. Oh my god. I do like the joggers and the sneakers and the hat, but you really lost me with this like weird hand painted
Why does
art
the donut
piece
only have sprinkles on a quarter of the frosting?
it's not even the half. It's like I don't know. And it does kind of look like a Pokemon ball. There's like some dogs, like bears maybe. I don't know. Shameless. Well, yeah, you'd have to be to wear this shirt. I'm just not feeling the hoodie, the hand-painted hoodie. It's just not.
The fact
not
that
for
they
me.
say the entire fit is available now, prices start at $300.
Oh
Go to
my
jail.
God. Yeah.
Go to jail. And Dennis to Disco says fire.
Fire.
Dennis to disco.
Which is a verified account.
It's a verified account. Like,
Says fire. God, I bet you if you go to that guy's Instagram, I bet you dollars to donuts he's from the UK.
Let's see.
Let's
Ready?
see.
I bet you if you go to Dennis the
Dennis the
Discos,
Disco.
I
To
bet-
Disco.
I bet you he's from the UK. If he thinks this fit is fire, he's got to be like.
New York.
Oh,
New York.
I was
All
wrong.
right.
Oh, but he's
I was
he's
ethnocentric
Italian.
and wrong. I just feel like that fit was giving very UK to me.
It was.
It was giving very like young UK guy, and it's just not a vibe for me. I don't like the weird. If you're gonna do cartoons on a jacket, like make them cool. Like
Mhm.
Teddy Fresh is great about that. Like they put really cute teddy bears on all of their fits. Like if it's gonna be on there, it's gotta look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was not. That was so ugly, and the pants were a completely different color, and there was a butterfly embroidered on them, which also was clashing. And then there was just Nikes in the middle of it.
Yeah, and then you're gonna class it up with a pair of Jordans or no Dunks, I think.
And I think they were Dunks, and a baseball hat that had like weird old English on it.
Yeah.
That was a WTF.
WTF.
That was a full WTF.
This is a collective. Or whoever put that outfit together. But
So definitely thumbs down emoji on that comment.
And I think Dennis Tedisco got paid to comment that after seeing his Instagram. He wore nothing like that.
Yeah,
He wore matching good outfits.
Yeah,
he didn't wear that. Dennis
he looked like a
Tedisco,
club-
you're a fraud.
a club promoter.
You're a fraud, Dennis.
all right, so the last one is well, because the season is here and Halloween is pretty much next week.
Oh, no.
All right.
So we're going to look at a famous Halloween outfit. Now, I couldn't really find a specific picture, but there's a lot. So I'm just going to put up the Google images search, and you guys will tell me if you WTF or FWT this particular look. You ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh,
All right. So who wants to go first, and who wants to talk about this famous villain's monster look?
so this is the Freddy Krueger outfit. It's the classic. Is it a fedora? Is he wearing a fedora?
It's
It's a worn fedora.
I am. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not much of a hatman. So I don't really know what that hat is. I think it's more like a. It's giving more Crocodile Dundee.
It's
than
giving
Yeah.
Indiana Jones to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's an Indiana Jones hat, the classic red and
green
black.
scar.
Is it green?
sweater.
Oh, it's like a Christmas sweater.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
red and
noticed that.
green.
Your two favorite colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Well,
your
it's more
wardrobe.
like maroon and army green
Yeah.
are more my favorite. This is more Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is more.
And
fall.
then a glove with knives to really bring the whole look together.
And burn scars.
Oh, and burn scars. I'll go first. This is a fuck with that.
Ooh, okay.
I'm into it. There's a classic. They're really expensive sneakers, so I feel like he would have to wear these. There's a Freddy Krueger sneaker that's really cool. If you could look that up, Paul,
gonna
that would
look
be
that up right
awesome.
now.
It's worth like, it's like I want to say it's a SB Dunk, but I might be wrong. But I like this. It's like a classic. I like the sweater. I like the hat. It's a fun. I don't know. I think it's fun. I'd fuck with it.
Why wouldn't I fuck with that?
Yes.
I don't understand. What's bad about dressing like Freddy Krueger? I mean, I know one movie they made him a pedophile, but we don't claim that
We
one.
just skip over that one.
Yeah, but that never happened.
He just murdered the children. He never fucked them.
He didn't have sex with them.
He's a good man.
He just killed them. Why is that like less horrible? I don't know.
Because
there's
the
no
most
trauma.
horrific, the most horrific thing you can do is fuck a child.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
most horrific thing you could do.
Yeah. Just
It is.
I mean, I have no sympathy for pedophiles.
No.
I know we're supposed to be elevated people who have sympathy for everyone, but it's
Nope.
like
But at a
making
certain
Freddy
point-
Krueger a pedophile was not the point.
yeah.
No.
I'm glad that kind of happened, and then
We forgot about it.
We forgot about
said
it.
That movie is not part of the
that is not
franchises.
part of the franchise.
We claim Freddy
Boo.
versus Jason, but not
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason. That's our movie.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like it too. I mean,
So here.
So
is-
these are them.
Those are sick.
Aren't those cool? They're
$67,000.
stupid expensive though.
Sell for $99 million.
Oh, that's so they put that's not real. There's just not that many, and so they're really hard to get.
Buy for $831.
Yeah, those are.
My SB Dunk Lows are my least comfortable pair of shoes.
They're not that comfortable.
No.
Sorry, I'm off it. That's okay.
Anyways, that
Nice.
it's because there's just not that many of them, and so people that price is a little bit ridiculous. It's like it's not real. It's just like these are what they're willing to sell them for. So you could put any number, and if there's only one pair available, you can put a stupid number.
Yeah, but my husband and I play Magic, so I also know how weirdly valuable some weird things are.
Okay.
Know? Like some cards are like worth like just a singular Magic card.
Yeah.
Can be worth like $1,000 sometimes.
Oh boy.
Like
I had a collection of Magic cards. My mom like mailed them to me. She's like, these might be worth something. Someone said that some of these are, and I started going through it, and I was just like checking to see. And I just was like, I don't have the time. So I just gave it
12
to
12 cents.
Yeah, each one was like worth like.
I did that with my Beanie Babies recently. I like even made a spreadsheet. I'm like, I should jump off a building for making the spreadsheet. I hate myself. Why did I even bother? It was like literally everyone was like, maybe worth $3.
Yeah.
Maybe worth $3.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was all of my Magic cards were like worth like a couple dollars. And I was like, yeah, there's like 100, there's hundreds of these and they're all worth a couple of dollars, but it just wasn't worth my time, so I gave the whole thing away.
Millennials, we were bred to be suckers. We were fed Pokemon cards, we were fed Beanie Babies, we were fed Pogs. We were fed so many things. It's like, these are going to be worth something someday.
Someday. These will be worth. Well, there'd be like all those crazes.
I mean, I still have my baseball cards and comics and shoe boxes.
But baseball cards is worth something.
Not mine.
Not yours.
But thank you for playing. That concludes our
oh no, I want to roast more
FWT.
fits.
You're like, oh, I want to make fun of more people.
And just for the record, that last Freddy outfit was also a fuck with that for me. So so that was that.
That's awesome. Do you have anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, I have a comedy special coming out in 2023, so make sure to follow me and at Laugh After Dark on social media to see when that comes out and support it, please. The more people who support me online, the more work I get in real life, so it's the best way you can support a live performer is just by liking, sharing, and commenting on everything that we do.
And what were your handles one more time?
It was, you can find me at wizardofjaws.com or you can find me at Jozalyn Sharp on everything except TikTok where I'm at Wizard of Jaws. It's like Wizard of Oz with a J.
Nice. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, if you want to come see me live, every Thursday I do a show at Neighbors Tap Room called Bangers Comedy. It's really fun. We always have really fun, awesome guests, headliners and stuff. Definitely come out. Thank you so much for watching. And thanks, Jozalyn.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Bye.